ought to be focused on is energy and the military. Those are the two things that would matter the most. And we ought to be providing the munitions that are needed, the javelins, the Stinger missiles that would be most effective against this Russian army. Now, as of this morning, this 40-mile convoy of Russian troops and Russian tanks and munitions and fuel, they're only 18 miles outside of Kiev. And let me tell you, when I look at that, I'm thinking, this is about to become, it's about to go to the next level. And I pray to God Almighty I'm wrong. And the next level would be a massacre. And the next level would be the toppling of the government of Kiev. The next level will mean thousands upon thousands and likely tens of thousands of people dead. And that might be on the low side. That's what I fear the most now. Now, you would think that maybe these European countries would get together and they'd be arming the Ukrainians that show that they're willing to fight.
But they are already. What the fuck's he talking about? If his argument is like, why don't they just bomb this convoy? I'm pretty sure they would if they had like the fucking strike capabilities, and they have. If your argument is, why don't the European countries give weapons to these Ukrainians, then that's also false, because he is. I mean, we are.
You know, if we can see on satellite imagery where the convoy is, I don't know, maybe some smart country, maybe NATO might take some of their fighter jets, or maybe they can use.
Oh, never mind. Oh, he's a fucking idiot. Dude, dude, what the fuck? Like, arguments like this make me realize that, like, a lot of people are way dumber than I fucking thought they were, with respect to the, like, how any of this shit works. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so many people have been like cheerleading this thing on as though it's like, as though it wouldn't be an immediate act of like full blown fucking war. Like, what? I keep asking, I'm like, listen, you know the American government is bloodthirsty. Why the fuck do you think Joe Biden hasn't gone in? Like, why? Why haven't the NATO nations gone in yet? You think it's because they're pussies? Like, do people not understand? You think NATO shouldn't give fighter jets? I think NATO was going to give fighter jets to Ukraine. Of course, fighter jets are not all built equally, for the record. And obviously, Ukraine wouldn't know what the fuck to do with like a different, you know, like with F-16s or whatever, if they're not trained on F-16s. So what are you going to do with that? But there are fighter jets that they were, that Ukrainian pilots are trained on, that they were going to send in. And I guess they didn't do that in the end, because I think they saw that would be seen as an act of violence, an act of escalation, because yeah, Poland was going to give the MiG-29s and you know, the same exact fighter jets that they have, the same exact fighter jets that Ukraine is used to, that Ukrainian pilots have been trained on, but they didn't end up doing it. So I don't know.
Some drone strikes and take out the whole damn convoy, and then nobody takes credit for it. So then Putin won't know who to hit.
What the fuck? That's awesome. That's brilliant. That's actually brilliant. What do you mean? The fucking brilliant mind. The brilliant mind of Sean Hannity. Yeah, just fucking, you know, do it secretly, dude. Come on. Oh shit, dude. Bro. Homie said France would have rolled. France.
Between now and then, and I think unfortunately it's going to end up very, very ugly over the next weeks and months.
I mean, it's kind of fucked up. I mean, we make like France would have caved jokes all the time, but like also, you know, there was a gigantic French resistance. You know what I mean? So that's. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, so that is what he had to say on Ukraine. Then he got into the bad part of his speech. Okay, that was the best part of his speech. Then he got into the bad part. So he started talking about the pandemic. And this is where the lies begin. Because when you're the president of the United States and you've had...
Interesting. Oh, that's where the lies begin. So again, Ben Shapiro, no opinion on Joe Biden's... Okay,
the worst 14 months of any president of the United States ever. ever. I mean, Abraham Lincoln had a full-scale insurrection on his hands in the beginning of his administration. That wasn't caused by Abraham Lincoln. Everything bad that has happened over the last 14 months is a completely self-inflicted wound. Joe Biden is the Kurt Cobain of politics. He put a shotgun in the mouth of the American body politic and then pulled the trigger. And the brains are on the wall. Okay, this is the president of the United States is really, really bad at this. And because he is so bad at this, he has to just lie to you. He has to explain to you, actually, everything is fine. Everything is perfectly good. Not only that, we've done an incredible job. So the president starts talking about COVID-19. Here we go.
I don't even understand where I don't understand this analogy. I'm sorry. It's too big brain for me.